You've been filling up at the same gas station for years. You know the pumps. You know the prices. You know the routine. Nothing has ever gone wrong. And that's exactly what they're counting on. This isn't a scam that targets careless people. It's not about clicking on a suspicious link. It's not about answering a call from a stranger. It happens in broad daylight, at a gas station you trust, in 30 seconds or less, and you'll never even notice. There's a tiny device hidden inside the pump you use every week. And the moment you insert your card, that device steals everything. Your card number, your PIN, your bank account, gone. It's called a skimmer. And right now, today, thousands of these devices are installed inside gas pumps all across America. Waiting. Think about the last time you filled up your tank. You pulled over, chose a pump, inserted your card, entered your PIN. The gas came out, you took the receipt, and drove off. Everything seemed normal. Everything seemed normal. The pump worked perfectly. The total was what you expected. And that's the problem. Because this scam doesn't require you to make a mistake. It doesn't require you to be confused or distracted. It doesn't require you to do anything different from what you always do. It just needs 30 seconds. 30 seconds when no one was looking. 30 seconds when a criminal installed a tiny device inside that gas station. A device you can't see. A device you can't feel. A device that was already waiting for you before you even arrived. If you use a debit card at the gas station, pay close attention. Because your debit card is directly linked to your checking account. The same account where your Social Security check is deposited. The same account you use to pay your bills. The same account you depend on every month. When that account runs dry, your rent doesn't care. Your electric bill doesn't care. Your groceries don't care. This isn't a technology problem. It isn't a carelessness problem. This scam fools Secret Service agents. It fools bank fraud investigators. It fools people who spend their entire careers fighting exactly this kind of crime. The problem isn't you. The problem is that these criminals are sophisticated and they know exactly who they're targeting. Let's talk about exactly how this works, step by step. No technical jargon, just the truth. This is called skimming. Think of it this way. Imagine someone has placed a thin plastic cover over the lock on your front door. It looks exactly like your lock. It feels just like your lock. Your key fits in without a hitch. The door opens normally, but that plastic cover secretly made a copy of your key while you were using it. And now a stranger has a copy of your key. That's exactly what a skimmer does to your card. Here's what happens. Step 1. A criminal goes to a gas station, usually late at night. He has a special key. That sounds alarming, but it's true. These gas pump keys are sold online. They open the gas pump panel in seconds. Step 2. The criminal installs a tiny device inside the pump. We're talking about something the size of a SIM card. The same tiny chip inside your cell phone. It connects directly to the card reader. Then they close the panel. The pump looks completely normal. Everything works as usual. Step 3. Every time someone inserts their card, the device reads and stores the card's information. Every card number, every expiration date, every piece of data on the magnetic strip. Step 4. The criminal returns later. Sometimes they don't even have to get out of the car. The newest devices transmit the stolen information wirelessly using Bluetooth. Step 5. They clone your card onto a blank gift card or prepaid card, and they head to ATMs, various ATMs, often in different states, often between midnight and 6 in the morning. On the very morning your Social Security deposit arrives. And here's something that will surprise you. They also need your PIN. Many skimmers come with a second device, a tiny camera, hidden inside a screw, inside a brochure holder, inside a small hole near the keypad. It records your hand as you type your PIN. When they combine your card details with your PIN, they have everything they need to walk into any ATM in the United States and empty your account. Now let's talk about the myth most people believe. Most people think they can spot a skimmer just by looking at the gas station. If something looks off, they'll notice. Right? Wrong. And that's important. These devices are designed by professionals. They're manufactured to match the pump's color and material exactly. External skimmers are practically invisible to the naked eye. And the newer internal skimmers? They're inside the pump, behind a closed panel. There's nothing to see from the outside. Even trained Secret Service agents have fallen victim to these devices. Twice. The very same agents who were actively investigating skimming at gas pumps. There is also a second type of scam occurring at gas stations. It's called pump swapping. Think of it this way. You finish filling up, you walk away, but someone deliberately leaves the hose in a position that keeps your transaction open. Then they fill up the next person in exchange for cash. And you get the bill. You pay for a stranger's gas and didn't even realize what happened. Your debit card withdraws the money directly from your checking account. With a credit card, the law limits your loss to $50. With a debit card, your entire checking account can be emptied before you get home. And getting that money back isn't automatic. It takes time. It requires an investigation. And while the bank investigates, your account is frozen. Your bills keep coming due. That's why what follows is so important. Her name was Sylvia. She lives in Florida. She stopped at the local Speedway gas station one night on her way home. She used her debit card at the station. The total was $30.02. The gas came out. The receipt was printed. She drove home. A few days later, she stopped at a 7-Eleven. She used the same card. $6. Normal. Then she checked her account. Her balance was almost zero. Hundreds of dollars had vanished. Purchases she had never made. Withdrawals she had never authorized. Her entire paycheck deposited into that debit account had disappeared. She knew immediately what had happened. She had already heard about skimmers at gas stations all over Florida. She filed a dispute with the card issuer. She waited. Then the email arrived. 4 words no fraud victim ever wants to read. Her dispute was denied. The card issuer stated that the transactions were authorized. They said no error had occurred. She was left with nothing. Her case was reported by Consumer Rescue in 2025. And this is not uncommon. According to FICO, in 2023 alone, more than 315,000 debit cards were compromised through skimming. 315,000 real people, real accounts, real money lost. The FBI says skimming costs Americans over $1 billion every year. $1 billion every year. And here's the number that matters most to you. Adults in their 70s reported an average loss of $1,000 per fraud incident. $1,000. That's a month's worth of groceries. That's 2 months' worth of electricity bills. That's a car payment. Gone. And most victims only discover the theft when they check their bank statement. Not in real time. Days later, sometimes weeks later. By then, the money is already scattered across ATMs in 3 different states. There was also a case in New England. A man named Luis Angel Naranjo Rodriguez, a Florida resident, traveled repeatedly to Massachusetts to maintain a network of skimmers. 11 gas stations. Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut. His cell phone received nearly 5,000 text messages containing stolen card numbers and PINs. His victims never knew. They filled up their cars, they drove home. And somewhere in another state, their money was disappearing. He was sentenced to 5 years in federal prison by the U.S. Secret Service in 2023, but the damage to his victims could not be undone. This isn't rare. This isn't uncommon. This is happening every week in every state at gas stations that look completely normal. Here's the good news, and this part is important, so stay with me. You don't need a smartphone. You don't need a computer. You don't need anyone's help. You can protect yourself starting today with 4 simple habits. 4 things anyone can do on their own in 60 seconds or less. First step, tap your card instead of inserting it. Look at the card reader on the pump. Do you see a small symbol that looks like a Wi-Fi sign on its side? 3 curved lines. That symbol means the reader accepts contactless payment. Just hold your card up to that symbol. You don't insert the card. You don't swipe the card. Just tap and hold for a second. A skimmer can't steal what it never touches. When you tap, your card never enters the slot. The skimmer becomes completely useless. If the contactless card reader is broken or covered, that's already a red flag. Pay inside the store. Step 2. Always choose the pump closest to the building, right in front of the cashier's window. Criminals need time and privacy to install skimmers. The pump closest to the attendant is the hardest to tamper with. The pumps in the corners, far from the windows, in areas where no employee can see them, those are the targets. It costs nothing. Just count the pumps and choose the one closest to the door. Step 3. Use your credit card at the pump, not your debit card. Federal law limits your liability for credit card fraud to $50. And most credit card companies charge nothing, zero. With a debit card, the money leaves your account instantly. With a credit card, it doesn't leave until you pay the bill. That gives you time to notice, dispute, and stop the transaction. If you only have a debit card, use it as credit when the machine prompts you. You won't need to enter your PIN. And always cover the keypad with your other hand when typing anything, just in case there's a hidden camera. Step 4. Set up an SMS alert for your bank account. This is simpler than it sounds. You don't need an app. You don't need to go online. Just call the number on the back of your debit or credit card. Tell the person on the phone, I want to receive a text message whenever a charge is made to my account. They'll set this up for you in 5 minutes. That way, if someone uses your card anywhere in the world, you'll receive a text message immediately. Not next month, not next week, immediately. And you can call and stop it before they drain everything. If you think your card has already been compromised, do the following right now. Call the number on the back of your card and ask them to block the card and send a new one. Then call the FTC's fraud hotline at 1-877-382-4357 or visit reportfraud.ftc.gov. If you're 60 or older and believe you've been the target of fraud, you can also call the National Elder Fraud Hotline at 833-FRAUD-11. That's 833-372-83111. Real people answer 7 days a week. Let's review everything one more time. 4 things, starting today. 1. Tap your card instead of inserting it. Look for the sideways Wi-Fi symbol. 2. Choose the gas station closest to your building. Always. 3. Use a credit card at the gas station, not your debit card. 4. Call your bank and set up SMS alerts right now, today. That's it. 4 habits. No smartphone needed, no computer needed, no one else's help needed. You're not helpless against this scam. The criminals are sophisticated, but now you know exactly how they operate. And knowledge is the one thing they can't take away from you. You've worked your whole life for that money. Every dollar in that account represents years of effort, years of sacrifice, years of doing the right thing. You deserve to keep it, and now you know how. If this video helped you, share it with someone you care about, a neighbor, a friend, a family member. Because the best protection against this scam isn't technology. It's knowing it exists. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss another alert. And if you found this helpful, takes a second and helps this information reach more people who need it, stay safe, stay in control. You've got this.